but master this rap shit. You hear the words coming from my lips, bastards. I never crack, I got that chapstick. I practice to that shit made perfect and served it to the people on a silver platter. Now where's the ladder? Cause either you gon' whine or you climb, I chose the ladder. Know you haters is pissed, hold your bladder though. Before you get tossed like a forward lateral. We never tattle, let God handle that. Or let the mob handle that. No soprano, half black, half white. I'm a piano, I'm an animal. My video on Discovery Channel, I'm a beast. When my shit hit the streets, these niggas cease to exist. Like a beach in a tsunami, you'll find me in the Ville, in the state of NC. Bitch, if I ain't back home, I'm up in NYC. Bout that money probably, like a fucking robbery, but I ain't jacking. I'm chasing dreams, sorta like jeans, boy, I ain't slacking. I'm chasing dreams, sorta like jeans, boy, I ain't slacking. Hey, take a hard look at my drive, nigga, no hacking on my shit. I straight smacking niggas, straight tagging niggas. Y'all freestyling, fuck y'all niggas, y'all be wildin' and I'm out.
Hey, welcome to the weekly podcast of Walking This Way's Impact Voice podcast located in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Today, we are honored to have Cynthia Dawn Anderson as our strongest guest. Cynthia is the proud owner, manager, and CEO of Texas Brew Radio, which can be found on live365.com at Texas Brew Radio. So, Cynthia, thank you for taking time out of your productive schedule. I know you're on the move. I know you're on the go. And I thank you for squeezing me in as we're going live on this great Wednesday. Now, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I was kind of worried because we just went underneath some bridge here down by the pavilion, getting ready to go to this concert. I'm excited to be back on your show, and thank you for taking the time out to reach out and have me back on. I'm pretty excited. I know you told everybody that I own Texas Brew Radio, but I also took over the Texas State Songwriters Championship in January of last year, and we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary celebration this year. It's pretty exciting because it's happening right there in Fort Worth.
Oh, congratulations on it. I know you're doing great things, and like I said, I thank you. I know you're heading on to an event right now, but I appreciate you again coming on here, talk about the great things that's going on. I know you've been doing this for a while. This is something you did not start. You've been doing this for a while. So give us the background on, from Texas Brew Radio to the songwriting that you're doing this with the company as well. So give us a rundown so the audience know exactly who Cynthia is all about.
Well, actually, I had a whole life transition during COVID. I was a published, internationally recognized model on tour in Texas when the country shut down. And so me and my 2 kids and my 3 suitcases kind of made a new life down here. One of the first adventures I had was a bar rescue on a place that had someone murdered a couple of months before I took it over. It's called O'Brien's. You guys can find it on TikTok. There are viral videos of the occurrence that happened right before I went in and cleaned house. And in the process of cleaning house, I had to go in and fire the entire staff. And once I built a team solid enough to handle their stuff, I had to fire all the customers. And that was a whole battle with the owner. So it was fun. But during that battle, I met a professional fighter who I did not meet in that capacity. I met him because he's on a healing journey with music, and he was one of the first artists that I brought there, because once I changed the crowd around, we had to do something to get more people to come, and so live music was a thing. I've been doing bar rescues and and getting into hot messes for the last 2 decades. So it's, hosting events, getting songwriters together, bands, vendors, venues, you name it. That's not new to me. The capacity in which I'm doing it in now is completely foreign. It's like I'm trying to learn how to read Braille, but it's been a fun journey. Ninja Cowboy begged me for a year to take over the Texas State Songwriters, and I was working 90 hours. I felt like if I wasn't at the bar, I was going to have a whole bunch of paperwork to fill out that I didn't want to deal with. So I just stayed up at the bar. Like if it was open, that's where I was. And, then I finally had a head-to-head with the owner that was a take it or leave it. And I was like, here's your keys, sir, happily. And I literally just posted on Facebook, hey guys, I have like a year's worth of junk that I loaded into this bar to make it something. I mean, I had, the DJ lights and all smoke machines and all that I had to pull out of there. And so I made a post. I was like, I need a truck. I want it moved now. I'm not coming back to this building. And there was another bar in town that was having a grand reopening, and she actually sent people to help me move and told me I had a job already. And, she had just went through a nasty divorce, and we had those hot summers, man. The bar industry is hard in the summertime, especially when it's over 115 degrees for more than 90 days in a row. And so a couple years ago when we had that first hit, like a lot of the bars did 20% lower sales than they ever had in the life of their venues. And so she pulled me in to help out with that. And we were able to take that venue from, struggling to a point of sale. The experience with the new owners was a whole different story, and why I finally agreed to take over the Texas State Songwriters Championship, because I knew that it was time to do something for artists in a different capacity. My experience with venues and artists, it became, a battle between whether I'm in the right sticking up for my artists or ruining a path, sticking up for my artists. And I didn't want to be put in that position anymore. So now we do so much more. I mean, we just got published in the Bay Area Entertainer, which runs from Austin to Galveston. That was just a fluke. Some editor messaged me on Facebook. It's all about consistency and perseverance, and knowing that in those lessons, though, that's where you'll find the blessings, but you have to slow down and look.
Man, that's what's up. And I respect, Cynthia, what you're doing, your integrity, your honesty, to give artists a chance to showcase their God-given ability, their skills, to be a blessing, to make an impact in the world. And we know that the labels are very shady. We know that a lot of artists are putting their blood, sweat, and tears. Go ahead.
I mean, we'll put it on the line. I'm working with an artist now that went to sleep for 15 years because of 6 crappy experiences with labels. Every time he was skyrocketing, the label would have an artist that they pissed off, and that was their moneymaker. So the label would fall apart, and it was just a nightmare. It's actually a nightmare. His name is Uncle Rhino. He is going to be at our 10-year anniversary. He made it to the top. I mean, he's, hung out with all the top dogs. He's written songs with Willie Nelson and, holy intersection. I'm like ADD and the brakes hit, and I'm like, we're gonna die. No, we're not. We're good. That's not how we're going out today. Billy Ray Cyrus actually worked with him on his song "Twerking with a Twang," which we will be playing down at Pearl's Saloon after midnight, the last hour of the night on December 21st for our awards celebration. We're actually going to be the dance team down there has created a line dance to the song, which should be interesting. because they're definitely an old Western dance hall type vibe. And, it's a bunch of new blood in the area. And we realize that a lot of things need to maybe work, maybe not necessarily work differently, but there needs to be other options. And so we're here to be the option.
I like that, Cynthia. I like how you said we need to be the option. And that's what it's all about, creating opportunities, making a name for yourself in the industry. But most importantly, you're not allowing anybody to hold you back or what it's rightfully yours. And we got so many artists here in the Texas area, all around the South, not just in the South, but all around the world, who want opportunity, looking for opportunity, and want someone to give them the opportunity. And I know that's what you're doing. You're setting a platform for them to come out, showcase your skills, showcase your ability to make an impact. And not only that, get some good music. I love good music, no matter what kind of genre of music it is. If it's good, I rock to it, I listen to it. And we know music is part of our culture. Music's been around for a long, long time. And people like music to ride to, work out to, party to, you name it. So we know music plays a role in our culture.
We support a lot of genres. We have blues, rock, Americana, worship music, country, red dirt. I would throw Uncle Rhino into a mix of his own. I think he's somewhere between rock, blues, red dirt, and redneck rap. I don't know. He's just bringing a whole new level of, opportunity and giving back. He talked about, the first time he did it for himself. And, that's when you run into all of the, the record label, chasing the machine, running down the pipe, and feeling like you failed at the dream, basically, because it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about the people you meet along the way, the lessons you learn, the friendships you make. We're in a world where everything's technology, and I'm telling you now, times are changing. People are sick of it. This is a grassroots movement. We don't have sponsors. I'm not calling people and harassing them to spend their money on what we're doing, but I can tell you that we do need money for what we're doing. In the end of it, we want to have a 20-acre piece of property where these artists are having a hard time. They can just go hang out for the weekend or for the month, or, have a business sponsor them to live out there for 6 months for free to either work on their new song or album, or because they're having mental health struggles or family struggles or whatever the case may be. We want to have it like a Big Brother, where it's like a hotel out there and you just got a password on the door like the realtor does, and you go let yourself in and let yourself out. And there's a full recording studio, but all that stuff's going to take money. We want to get a tour bus to where we're hopping across every state in this country with our Texas songwriters, because Texas songwriters, the difference between Texas songwriters and songwriters everywhere else is that songwriters everywhere else are trying to fit into a cookie cutter mold. They're trying to chase this dream on this trail that's been laid out for them. And they're only going to ever get crumbs because they're losing what music is about. Music is about stories. It's about heartbreaks. It's about happy times. It's about memories. It's about healing. I can tell you almost every single artist that has a guitar that wrote a song that is singing it is because music brought value to their life. And they wanted to share that with you as a listener. That's the only reason they're doing it. None of them, I would say probably 80% of them, wish that money was not involved. But that's not how the world is set up for us anymore.
Yeah, I know. I mentioned that. You mentioned something about the story. We know music does tell a story. I mean, at one point, you could listen to a whole album back in the day, because it was telling a story from the beginning to the end. But now we don't see more of that. It's more one-hit wonders. You've had more one-hit wonders. More people got one favorite song, and that's it.
It's because we have a huge mental health problem, and we have a huge cash cow problem. And people aren't in it because they're passionate about it anymore. They're in it because they see an opportunity to suck the life out of other people, really. A lot of them. There's not a lot of people that are genuine, and that's what our organization is about. It's about diversity, unity, acceptance. I don't care who you are. You could have just picked up a guitar yesterday. If you want to come perform in one of our shows, reach out and talk to me. We have a lot of artists that have been like, Cynthia, I haven't been on stage in 15 years. Bring your guitar. What are you waiting for? We have Horace Hall. It's such a laid back atmosphere. It's really, it's really the home for for opportunity. If you're a band and you can't find anywhere else that'll give you a gig, call Eric. He's going to tell you, hey, you bring your friends, I'll give you 80% of the door, and you guys are going to have a party. That's the vibe we got going on over there. We got a whole bunch of steam for we punked the Stockyards. We got so much hate from that we turned the hate into flyers, literally.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The whole comment on Facebook, dude's name and everything became a flyer. We were like, punk the yards, don't be like Billy.
Wow.
Because he said that we were disgracing the heritage and everything that the Stockyards is about. But you know what? The Stockyards is about the Western way of living. And that's all about love and peace and like doing the right thing. So I don't know what we did wrong.
Right. Humans are weird. I have to say that humans are weird when they be so closed-minded instead of being open-minded to new opportunities and new ventures and things like that. Because things change, time change, even the seasons change. So what's wrong with having change instead of doing the same and doing things over and over again?
Well, that all falls back to one disgusting word, and I was having and I can't remember the psychological term for it, but there's it's called envy. That's what that is. When someone's sabotaging something, it's because like they either don't understand it or they wish they could do it or it looks cool. It's just not their thing. Like it's, there's so many reasons, but it all boils down to jealousy or envy because a person that has integrity and character isn't going to defecate on somebody else's parade. They're going to wave as they go by and keep on doing what they're doing.
Yep, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I thank you for what you're doing and the heart you have for this to just give back and invite the people in that they can feel welcome, feel loved, and feel appreciated, like you said, and just have that freedom, that liberty to showcase your skills. Have a good time. And that's what it's all about, having a good time. And the people can come out and have a good time. So what other events you got stirred up? When the next event that everybody can come out and catch?
The second Saturday of every month at Horace Hall, we do a thing called Jokes and Strokes for Folks. It's really just music and comedy, guys. It really is just music and comedy. It was a catchy name. We thought it was funny. We've gotten some mixed feelings about it, but we're keeping it because we branded it already. So it's all about laughing and having a good time. Mental health is a big deal to us. Our artists very rarely get together and hang out. They're all doing the same thing, but they're still all alone doing the same thing. And it's like a form of Groundhog's Day. So they're just alone doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it becomes, like it's hard to stay passionate about it when it's just becomes a job. That's why nobody wants the money attached because it's a mental thing, man. So we invite all of our artists to come down. It's a good networking opportunity. You get to meet the radio station owner. You get to meet the owner of the venue. A lot of times you get to meet the owner of Pearls because she likes to sneak over and hang out for some of the comedy. It's just a good time. And it's an accepting environment. Like, if you mess up on stage, we all do. If you don't, you're a liar. It's really an event for the artists that the public's welcome to come to. It gives them an opportunity to hear each other's sound, hear each other's style, hear each other's stories, get to meet new friends, possibly find a road buddy for bookings and shows for song swaps, and maybe pick up on a new little quirk you want to add into your style of writing. And then we all get to hang out and laugh at some people telling jokes. And then we have a featured artist, which usually is one of our Texas State Songwriters finalists from the year before. So we have those shows the second Saturday of every month at Horace Hall. In March, we celebrate female songwriters. May, we celebrate male songwriters. August, we have a fun get-together show where everybody comes and hangs out. And we do songwriter development exercises. Like we'll throw a bunch of topics in a hat, break you up into groups of 2 to 4, and you got 15 minutes to write a song about it. And then you're going to play that. So
okay.
being put on the spot, out of the box, creative thinking, having other people, it's all something that's going to help mold you into that diamond of an artist. So we have a fun show before we get serious. And then our last preliminary opportunity, everybody that comes in and supports the shows, for the first ones, we have decided are going to go into the into the finals. So the 20th is our semifinals, which is our last preliminary. We still have open roster, lots of room on there. It's scheduled from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. But if we have enough artists signed up, we'll start that thing at noon. We don't care. We're here for the music. It's only $20 to enter, 2 songs, MP3 to Texas Brew Radio. We do have sponsor opportunities. We're not chasing anybody. Just like the artists, I tell them I can give you all the tools that I can give you a whole year's worth of supply of tools, but it's up to you to use them. And if you don't stay plugged in, you're not going to stay charged because I'm not chasing anybody.
I agree. Hey, Cynthia, you said a mouthful right there. Ain't chasing nobody. Like you can present them with the information, the tools, up to you to grab it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's really on you. How bad do you want it? So I agree with you 1,000%. And I know you about to go to attend a concert, and I don't want to hold you up. I know you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, we just pulled in the parking lot.
Awesome, but I want to hold you up. Before I let you go, I'll thank you again. What words of advice, what sounds of wisdom you will leave here with the audience that's watching as we live stream, and we'll go back and listen to it? Because we are live streaming for the first time on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook.
Okay, so the one thing that I'm going to say is you can go far alone, but you can go farther together. And you can only go so far alone and with a group. If you don't have God in your life, you're going to be struggling on that journey. I mean, all of these things, all of these blessings, all of these podcasts, everything has come directly from that. Like I was ready to give up last year and something inside just told me not to. And I ended up back in church, and within a few months, just the floodgates started. Like I couldn't keep up with it, and I'm still trying to keep up with it. And it got to a point where I had to just shut everything down and organize it and compartmentalize it, because I was overwhelmed by the list of things that I needed to do. And I had to just learn, take that list at night and circle the 3 things you're going to do tomorrow. And then tomorrow, pull out that list and only look at those 3 things and conquer them, and put that list away until the end of the night. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed by the big picture to where you're not living in the here and now, because you're going to miss out on everything you need to know and all the blessings in your way. If you got 1 foot in the past and 1 in the present, you need to be here.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Cynthia, I got to get you back on the show. Well, I know, like I see you out and about, so
we need to get Uncle Rhino on here with me. Is what we need to do.
I know, most definitely. Like I said, we can set that up, and I got my calendar open up for October and November. Oh man, this year almost over with. Wow. So really finished out. So I'll get with you on some dates, and we will most definitely make that happen. Like I said, I want you to have a good time at the event tonight. And I thank you again. We're about to ready to sign off on here tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you again. One more time, say, how can people get in contact with you? How can they follow you? Go ahead and plug in your social media platform before I let you go.
Clapper is Cynthia Texas Promoter. Everything else, Texas Brew Radio, Texas State Songwriters Championship. If you go to TexasStateSongwriters.com, you can find the link for the finale. You can find our $5 a month support button. Without our fans and supporters, we wouldn't be able to do any of this. I help with graphic design, building websites, and all sorts of stuff for artists. And we're able to do that for like unspeakably cheap prices because of the support we have. And if you guys think these artists are making a lot of money, they're not. $300 for 3 hours. It might seem like a lot of money, but they have to pay for the equipment. They have to pay for the hotel room. They have to pay for the gas money. They have to pay for the graphics guy to make the flyers. And by the time they're done with it, the only money that they're making is from the merch table, from you guys going and buying the t-shirts. So make sure you're doing that.
Yeah, do that, man. Y'all support, get out there, support, make things happen. Like I said, Cynthia, thank you again. Y'all go ahead and enjoy the concert. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all once again. Have a great Wednesday. Get aggressive about your goals. We are already, this is September 18th, 2024. We're already in the 9th month of 2024. So we got to get more aggressive, y'all. Let's get more aggressive on our goals. Let's get more aggressive on our purpose. Get more aggressive on the things you want to get accomplished. You only got one life to live, and we want to make the best out of it. So,
YOLO.
That's it. So, Cynthia, thank you. Have a good time at the concert. We're about to get to sign off on this thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, man, y'all have a great, great night. And I will see you Saturday morning here on the Walking This Way Impact Voice Podcast. Peace, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.